This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association. Your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Riley Smith.
Well, good day and welcome to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Today is Friday, January 6th, 2023. We're so glad you could join us today. In today's episode of Ag Matters PM, I talked with Meghan Orr. She is the Member Services for Northeast Iowa of the Iowa Cattlemen Association. We'll also have a bit of that ag weather outlook, but first, let's run down the markets.
It's time now for the Ag Matters PM Closing Market Summary, your source for market analysis and settlement prices from the day's trade in Chicago, courtesy of the folks at agmarket.net.
Well, we're at the end of another trading day in the ag marketplace, and for a bit of analysis, we go to Kaden Sweeney of agmarket.net. Kaden, what have we seen going on in the grain markets today?
Yeah, well, we finally saw a reversal of the trend we've seen this week, and it was a good sign, finally. Been a lot of selling throughout the course of the week. Kind of saw some reversal there today, led by beans up over 20 for most of the trading day today. Corn posted a gain 2-3 cents, and then wheat was just a little bit lower, but still kind of a rough week. March corn lost 25 cents, and March beans lost 30. So not a great week to start the new year, but at least we kind of turned it around a little bit today.
Now, those price levels entering the new calendar year were actually pretty high compared to what we normally see. As of right now, after we've kind of had that little bit of rubber banding adjustment to it, are those prices still maybe sitting above average?
Yeah, I think so. And the tricky thing of it is, we got the big WASDE report next week. And so that's when we'll kind of figure out, where we're trading fundamentally, where we need to be and kind of get, going on where we're going to be at this year. So, you're right. We've done a lot of trading sideways here for a while because we haven't really had any new supply demand data since November. So the market's pretty well chewed up what it knows and it's ready for the new stuff next Thursday.
And speaking of that WASDE report next week, what are we expecting that we might hear from that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised on the corn side to see yield revised a bit higher and also could see some demand cut, especially in the export side. So I think the bias somewhat will be that this report may be a little bit more bearish than the last report. However, you also have to keep in mind, the trading that we've seen this week, some of it may be starting to get priced in. And so honestly, this report's always a big one just because you get the supply demand data and you also get quarterly stocks numbers in there. So it's a hard one to plan for. You just got to be aware of the volatility present and be ready to buy support if you need it going into it.
And of course, we'll still be concerned and thinking about the situation down in Argentina and how that'll affect our U.S. grain prices. They've still been having that poor weather and that planting season just didn't go as planned for them. How will the markets continue to focus on that? I mean, obviously the focus in this next week or so will be on that WASDE report.
Yeah, exactly right. And really for a look at what Argentina's doing, just look at the meal market. We made another new high today, and that's kind of the main driver of the Argentina weather, if you will. So meal is still concerned about Argentina weather. The thing of it is, though, to keep in mind is forecasts that I've seen have Argentina maybe losing like 5 million metric tons. You also got to keep in mind what Brazil's doing, and Brazil looks pretty good. They're growing a good crop. So I've just seen rough numbers. If Brazil's 20 million better than projected and Argentina's 5 million less, we're still at a net positive. So definitely something to keep an eye on. However, definitely something to keep incremental selling, in my opinion, and keep locking in these good prices just in case Brazil does come in huge.
And then how are things going on the other side of the ag marketplace in the livestock complex?
Yeah, livestock down across the board today. Although I think you got to feel better about cattle than hogs, just based on what the last month or two has done. The trend for cattle continues to be up. Been having good support with the 20-day moving average. So I think you feel better about cattle than hogs, and I also think you feel better about fat cattle than feeder cattle. Hogs have been had a rough week. They're down over $7 this week alone, and only $4 away from a major low at 76. So hopefully find some support there if we get there, kind of make a double bottom and recover. But I think you got to feel better about cattle than hogs as we sit right now.
And then how's that demand picture looking for the immediate future as well? Of course, we're out of the holiday season demand period, and then also we're kind of in that period between, the holidays and then that spring, summer grilling season. So, is that demand really kind of in a lull period right now? Or are we just still kind of on the fact that, if the consumer wants meat, they're going to go out and buy it?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. In my opinion, we're on, if you just look at the calendar, we're in a bit of a lull period. But I think in the grand scheme, demand this year is better than it has been in the past. So I guess from an overall bigger picture, demand still looks good. I think we're going to have enough there to remain supported and see where we go, as you said, into the summer grilling season.
All right, Kaden, lots of great information today. For those of our listeners who would like to get in touch and learn more from the folks at agmarket.net, how can they do that?
Yeah, go to our website. Be sure to sign up for a free trial of our intel. Goes out to free anybody for 30 days, agmarket.net. And if you want to reach me directly, my line is 815-691-2672.
All right, Kaden, it's been great talking with you today, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again to the folks at agmarket.net for the great analysis as always. And now we'll take a look at those closing numbers courtesy of the folks at Bar Chart. March corn up 1 1/4 at $6.54 even. December new crop down 1/4 cent at $5.91 even. January soybeans up 34 3/4 at $15.01 1/2. November new crop up 14 3/4 at $13.97 1/4. January soybean meal up 14.40 at $5.0310. Soybean oil up 79 cents at $63.73. Chicago wheat down 3 1/4 at $7.43 1/2. Minneapolis spring wheat down 7 1/4 at $9.01 3/4. Kansas City hard red wheat down 7 3/4 at $8.32 even. March oats down 1 1/2 at $3.44 1/4. On the Merc, February live cattle down 57 at $156.77. January feeders down 110 at $182.70. February lean hogs down 225 at $80.27. Pork cutout down 177 at $88.75. January class 3 milk up 23 cents at $19.34. And that's been a check of the markets here on Ag Matters PM. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soy Checkoff. When we come back, I'll talk with Meghan Orr of the Iowa Cattlemen's Association about some membership activities they have for this year. This is Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
Welcome back to Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. Well, it's been another great year for the Iowa Cattlemen's Association, and members were gathered at the Iowa Cattle Industry Leadership Summit last month to reflect on those successes and plan ahead for this coming year. Meghan Orr, the Iowa Cattlemen's Association Northeast Iowa Membership Services, said they'll be doubling up on their cattle producer forums this year to keep the discussion and information flowing through Iowa's cattle industry. Well, we are here with Meghan Orr. She is the Northeast Iowa Membership Services with Iowa Cattlemen's Association. Just talking a bit about membership today. So first off, what's some things or events that are coming up soon, maybe end of this year, beginning of next year, that members can look forward to attending?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually in the January through March timeframe, we will be hosting our cattle producer forums, and we're doubling up on those this year. So there'll actually be at least 2 in each of the regions of Iowa. So no matter what corner of the state you're in, be sure to check our publications, your email, all of those things for our cattle producer forums coming up. Those will consist of educational sessions along with an ICA update, a checkoff update, and then also a market update. So a good jam-packed session. Those are in the evenings, and they are free for members. So if you are an ICA member, be sure to go check that out. There's a provided meal and a good evening of updates from the association and some other industry leaders. So good thing to look forward to.
Yes, exactly. And so good to get those producers there, because when you can get all of these cattle industry professionals together in one room, I mean, we know that a lot of discussion and a lot of progress can be made.
Yeah, absolutely. The association and as well as the checkoff and, the market's always changing. So there's always some good updates there. The ICA, your Iowa Cattlemen Association, is working hard to represent interests and make sure that you have a legacy here in Iowa in the beef industry, and the checkoff is doing the same. So really a great opportunity to check in with what we're up to, ask questions, and bring up any topics or issues that you might be experiencing on your farm as well.
And right, not just those membership forums, but of course plenty of other events as well that really kind of sweeten the deal for Iowa farmers and cattle producers to become members of the Iowa Cattlemen's Association.
Yeah, we'll be definitely doing a lot of district and local county meetings, so absolutely get in touch with your member services in your area. We're here to help you guys and answer any questions you might have. So be on the lookout for publications about meetings coming up in your area. We'll have golf meets or the beef golf tournaments this summer as well. So those are always a fun thing to look forward to. But we're here to serve our association, to serve our members. So get in touch with us, and we're happy to answer any questions or lead you to an event in your area.
Right, those Beef Masters events and then all of the other forums as well. Always great to have. Any other specific events that we have coming up, not just at the beginning of the year, but throughout the year? I mean, we always have that steer show going on that's fun to take part in. Anything else that producers should know about? Maybe, once again, like I said, sweeten the deal for becoming a member.
Something else that ICA puts on and is a part of is the Carcass Challenge. So the steers just got put in the lot a couple weeks ago. So in June we will have the Carcass Challenge banquet, and that's always good to look forward to, see the results of the Carcass Challenge. Iowa's only statewide fed beef competition, so that's always fun. We always have a booth at the Iowa State Fair as well, so come check us out. We typically give out a free t-shirt or something along those lines for members, so stop in, talk to us. Again, talk to us about topics that you're seeing on your farm, or we can kind of give an update on what we've currently been working on. So check us out, but we're always available, phone, email, whatever, in your area to answer any questions or help out with anything.
Right, exactly. And, of course, plenty of things to be a part of, like we've said. Anything else membership-wise that our listeners should know about, just thinking about the Iowa Cattlemen's Association?
I guess I'd just say that keep in mind that the Iowa Cattlemen's Association is a grassroots organization. So we're truly here representing our members, and any topics or issues that they are experiencing on farm is absolutely something we're going to try to represent either at the state level or federal level. So keep in touch with us, give us a call. Just have a conversation about what's going on and what you're seeing and how we can help represent you. So, keep in touch with us. All of our names and numbers, emails are online on our website, so we're easy to get a hold of, and we're here to help you out. So be sure to take advantage of that.
Of course, those discussions so important because nobody knows the cattle industry better than the cattle producers who are in it.
Yes, absolutely, and that's exactly who we're here to represent, and just help you have a successful business in the beef industry here in Iowa. So. Yeah.
All right. That again was Iowa Cattlemen's Association Northeast Iowa Member Services, Meghan Orr. Meghan, thanks for taking the time to visit with us today.
Thank you very much.
That again was Meghan Orr, Northeast Iowa Membership Services with the Iowa Cattlemen's Association. As for right now, let's go ahead and take a look at that ag weather outlook. Well, I've said this several times recently, but the weather is honestly balmy compared to how it was a couple weeks ago. Today we have temperatures into the 30s. Into the weekend, we have temperatures approaching the 40s. Then into next week, we could see even mid-40s and a bit of rain across the state. So really pretty unseasonable for this time of year. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the National Weather Service has in store for the next 24 hours. As you can see from the National Weather Service, the weather's looking pretty nice. Today we have mostly sunny skies across Iowa with highs ranging from the low 20s to low 40s. Tonight we have partly cloudy skies with increasing clouds, lows ranging from the single digits to the low 20s. And tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a slight chance for snow in southwest and central Iowa, highs ranging from the mid-teens to mid-30s. And taking a look at the affiliate weather map for tomorrow, Cherokee will be partly sunny with a high of 15, Shenandoah partly sunny with a high of 32, Des Moines mostly cloudy with a high of 30, Waterloo sunny and 28, Albia mostly cloudy and 32, and Clinton will be partly sunny with a high of 34. For more detailed forecasts in your part of the state, make sure to check in with your local Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network affiliate. That's been a check of the Ag Weather Outlook, and that also brings us to the end of this episode of Ag Matters PM. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. You can also follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and you can find all of our video content as well as previous episodes of AMPM on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to see when those videos go live. Don't forget as well our free Twice Daily Market podcast on Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. From the IARN studios in Des Moines, I'm Riley Smith. On behalf of Mark Magnuson and Dustin Huffman, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.